Across the web and throughout the country, new mammogram testing guidelines are inciting anger and confusion. The new guidelines were issued by the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force. These new guidelines recommend that women in their 40s should no longer receive routine mammograms and that women 50 to 74 should get a mammogram every other year until 75 years of age. These new guidelines may result in insurance companies no longer covering the cost of mammograms for those under 50 years of age. This has been the center of great controversy nationwide. For the past 2 decades, the American Cancer Society has been recommending annual mammograms beginning at the age of 40, which they say they will continue to do regardless of the task force impending guidelines. If insurance companies are no longer obligated to cover the cost of mammograms for those under 40, some fear the worst. Each year, more than 1.6 million women get breast biopsies costing thousands of dollars each, the vast majority stemming as a result of a false alarm. Screening isn't perfect, but it's the best we have and it does work, says Dr. Carol Lee, a spokeswoman for the American College of Radiology. She suggests that cutting health care costs may have played a role in this decision. Many critics also accuse the task force of being more interested in saving money than in saving lives. Not true, says Dr. Diana Petiti, Vice Chair of the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force. Dr. Petiti assures that the recommendations of the task force have nothing to do with cost effectiveness and that neither cost nor insurance are a factor in their decision. Those opposed to the new guidelines are speaking out, arguing the fact that thousands of women between the ages of 40 and 50 are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in this country. Many feel that their only hope for survival is early detection and proper treatment. At this point, Medicare and health insurance agencies both say that there are no immediate plans to change coverage for mammogram screening. Many physicians are urging their patients not to deviate from their current screening practices at this time. Whether or not these new guidelines are mandated, women at high risk or with a history of breast cancer in their family are excluded from these guidelines and will continue to receive the treatment needed.
Hello, and you're watching Trendy Geek, a video webcast designed for the modern culture loving you. I'm your host, Jorge Alvarado. Let's discuss music, shall we? For all you music nerds, the Grammys are fast approaching. Taking the leading nominations this year is none other than Beyoncé, with a total of 10 nominations. Other nominees that are worth mentioning are the Kings of Leon, Lady Gaga, the Black Eyed Peas, and MGMT, which happens to be one of my favorite musical duos. The 52nd Annual Grammy Awards will return to Staples Center in Los Angeles on Sunday, January 31st, 2010, and will air live on CBS. So hold on to your seats because it promises to be big. In tech news, Apple has recently purchased Lala. Many speculate as to why such action was taken. One theory is that Apple is positioning itself to offer a subscription music service based on Lala's streaming technology. But then again, it is only a rumor. In local news, Santa Monica proposes new green building laws. Officials in Santa Monica are proposing new green building requirements, possibly making it one of the nation's strictest places to build single-family homes. One of the regulations is to improve insulation in these homes to better energy efficiency. Unfortunately, this is all the time we have for today. Please join us next time. If you have any questions or comments about the show, write to me at jazzproductions@ymail.com or friend me on Facebook. This has been Trendy Geek with your host, Jorge Alvarado, reminding you to be you and only you.
Good evening and welcome to the Roundup's first online semester wrap-up. I'm Manuel Ortiz, the outgoing editor-in-chief. The latest front page story of the Roundup addresses the issue of professionalism within the Associated Student Organization at Pierce College. Lily Allen's song titled F You was played during their non-official meeting in honor of the UC's online system crash. ASO Vice President Chris Ward also played Busta Rhymes' Arab Money, announcing that the day was killed an infidel day. This joke was brought to the attention of Muslim Student Association faculty advisor Qasim Nabosi, who condemned the actions of the ASO. Pierce began its semester handicapped in leadership. Dr. Tyree Wielder was elected interim chancellor of the Los Angeles Community College District after former Chancellor Marshall Drummond took a paid leave of absence in late June. Soon after, former Pierce President Robert Garver resigned and was replaced by interim President Joy McCaslin. New this semester, the Student Services Building was opened to the Pierce community. The building includes the Health Center, Counseling Center, and the Financial Aids Office, among other services. For returning students, it would be important to note the smoking ban that will limit smoking on Pierce to designated parking lots. These restrictions will go into effect February 1st. The Roundup will continue distribution March 3rd. All these and more stories can be found on theroundupnews.com.
Hi, I'm Natalie Amanijan with KPCR. On the streets of downtown Los Angeles, trends are often and never far between. The art of mobile cuisine has been reinvigorated by hipsters, hungry bar hoppers, and Twitter. Kogi Barbecue, Cool House Ice Cream, and Calbee Tacos are just some examples of food trucks that have been flooding the social networking site with location updates. Lines the size of city blocks form outside the trucks, most of which are decorated with decals saying, "Follow us on Twitter." When you're drunk, you really can't tell the difference between a gourmet food truck and your standard neon taco truck. LA City Hall doesn't see the difference either. They passed an ordinance 2 years ago that allows trucks to be on the streets, but for only an hour at a time. So these food vans are constantly on the move, and Twitter seems to be their saving grace. It's like a compass that guides hungry drunk patrons to delicious food on the go. I'm Natalie Amanijan with your weekly trend report for KPCR.
Hello and welcome to the Pierce College Roundup weekly broadcast. I'm your host, Brent Martin. Have you noticed a change of campus scenery? Our previous campus president has led to the demolished home of a well-known campus employee's house. The forced destruction has led the employee and his family to move out from the campus to make room for a bigger parking lot. Thank you for watching today's Roundup.
Hello and welcome to 180 Degrees Health. I'm Gisette Segura. The saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away," is now a glass of red wine may add 10 years to your life. A substance in red wine called resveratrol might do more than just protect the heart. It could extend life if used in very high concentration by preventing several age-related illnesses. While present in other plants, such as eucalyptus, lily flowers, and in other foods, such as mulberries and peanuts, resveratrol's most abundant natural sources are in the skin of the grape. In the winemaking process, the skins are removed, lessening the amount that is extracted. Red wine contains a higher concentration of resveratrol per serving than any other food. Berries of a deeply colored hue contain large amounts of resveratrol, although as with peanuts and any other food containing the chemical, cooking the berries or removing their skin significantly decreases the effectiveness. Resveratrol is also available in the form of supplement pills and liquids. It's sometimes combined with vitamins and other ingredients. However, the purity of those products is unknown. My advice, ignore the hype surrounding resveratrol and eat a balanced diet that contains adequate amounts of fruits and vegetables. Tomorrow, join us for an exclusive on 10 homemade facial masks of a healthy skin. Thanks for joining us on 180 Degrees Health.